Welcome to your Money Monday.
Wouldn't you like to know the secrets to the success of the #1 individual realtor in the state of Ohio for selling the most units? Hey, I'm Rich Motts. Welcome to Money Monday, session 157. Today, we are privileged to be here with Mike Boylan, the #1 realtor in the state of Ohio for the most units sold by an individual. Mike, welcome.
Thanks.
You are my first guest ever on Money Monday. And let me tell you what a huge honor it is to have you here and to be able to be your regional vice president. And what an honor it is for Emily Levitt, your manager, to help you continue to grow your business via marketing and coaching. Mike has been in the top 5 in the state of Ohio since 2013. Just give you a little bit of background on him. And last year was awarded #1 by the Ohio Association of Realtors. I've had the privilege of being Mike's broker manager over the last 10 years that he's been part of our company, and now I continue to work with Mike as Regional Vice President of Northeastern Ohio for Cutler Real Estate. Mike, tell us all briefly about your military background.
I spent 24 years in the Army, the first 10 years in the infantry,
Okay,
paratroopers, Ranger Battalion, and then I get into recruiting.
nice.
And I spent my last 14 years in recruiting, which is basically sales.
Yeah, sure is. Yeah, that makes sense. That's a heck of a background. Thank you for the service, man.
Oh yeah, you're
It's
welcome.
awesome. So do you believe your military background, especially the recruiting, did it have a big impact on your incredible work ethics and your success in the real estate business, Mike?
Oh, absolutely. So I started out as a recruiter, a salesperson, and then I progressed to an office manager.
So in real estate, you started as a recruiter.
in recruiting in the
Yeah.
military.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I
recruiting.
started out as a recruiter.
Okay,
And recruited from the high schools.
okay,
And recruited individuals to be soldiers. I was a nurse recruiter.
okay,
Then I ran the processing center. I was a station commander in charge of other recruiters.
uh-huh,
And then I was a first sergeant in charge of most of northeastern Ohio as for sales.
Okay.
And for the recruiting.
okay,
So it taught me a lot about prospecting, making phone calls every day, lead source management, tracking people through the system. And without really thinking about it, it made me a good salesperson.
right,
And
okay,
then when I retired from the Army, my mom had been in real estate, so I thought it would be a good fit, same kind of thing, and it ended up being the same kind of thing.
wow, that's
So it
awesome,
worked out good.
it's awesome. So
It's
you,
working out good.
you really actually tie the recruiting part of your military
Mhm.
to your success in real estate.
Oh,
then.
yeah, absolutely.
It gave you the habits and routines, really put them in place for you to.
It was a lot
Keep
more
going consistent.
rigorous in the military, 2 hours of phone calls every day. We had no advertising budget,
Wow.
everything on our own, handing out business cards.
No advertising budget, notice
Face to
that.
face, going
Yeah.
out, meeting people, shaking hands, the old fashioned way to sell.
Yes,
And and I learned all that, and that's what I carried over into this business.
and I can tell you that you have one of the lowest advertising budgets of the most successful realtors that I know out there. So that's another incredible thing about Mike, and I can see now how that carried on from his military career.
Yeah, I like to think that advertising is a budget, so I like to tell people I don't spend any money on advertising.
Wow, that's awesome. That's awesome. But he does a great job, obviously. So, Mike, how do you balance your commercial and residential business?
Well, I have 2 business cards, I have 2 websites, I have 2 emails. They all flow together, but when I'm going to talk to people, I just have to think real quick, which business card am I going to pull out
Sure.
when I
sure.
talk to them.
Yeah.
And it's 2 completely separate things, but they flow together good. But to be good at both of them takes a lot more training and a lot more reading on my part. But,
Sure.
But I try and keep them separate and keep them going, both of them.
Nice. I bet you find that when you do commercial business with someone, you end up doing residential business with
Right.
them.
Most people are surprised when they'll say, "Well, you probably don't sell houses, do you?" I say, "Oh, yes, I do." So they get
Yeah.
they get 2 for 1.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice. Well, that's a great way to answer that.
Yeah.
So, Mike, I know within our company last year, you were #1 in so many categories at our annual awards. You were #1 in units, #1 in title, #1 in mortgage, #1 in insurance, and many more awards. I thought you were going to wear the carpet going up to the stage when you were going up there. So that was an awesome night. I wish more people could have been there to experience that. But does this recognition, does it like really help you keep motivated and focused year round?
No, I kind of think I'm just self-driven. I really don't think about any of that. If I go to work every day and treat it like a job and just keep working, going on appointments, talking to people, it just all kind of comes.
Yeah.
It happens. And pretty much the same every year. One person can only do so much, and Dot Loop has helped a lot, but it's just, there's a certain limit of what one person can do, and I'm probably up there at that limit. So.
Okay. Well, we know you have that great silent partner of yours, and that's your wife that backs you up every day, every night, and at work. She's also got incredible work ethic. So, big shout out to Debbie. She's incredible. Well, Mike, I know you sell more vacant land than anyone else in this area. You sell businesses, bars, restaurants, investment properties, residential, multifamily, large apartment units, and commercial property. Is like part of your success being versatile in those many facets of real estate that you specialize in?
I've always thought I wanted to have a lot of eggs in the basket.
Yeah.
When I was in the military, I could only recruit one category, and it was a small part of the population. And what I liked about real estate was it opens it up to everybody and everything. So,
yes.
And I try and find areas that people don't know anything about, whether it's commercial or new construction or picking on a lot. And if I find areas like that there's not a lot of people that are expert in it, then I try and become that expert so that I can help people. And just a lot of variety.
Sure.
You never know what's going to be the hot thing.
Right. And it keeps you consistent and strong with
a lot
having
of different
all those
areas.
Yeah, that's very neat.
Yeah.
That's great. Great answer. So, in closing, as far as what I have here, what do you believe is the true secret to you being able to do so many units year after year after year? What do you think is the true secret to that?
Well, I've worked by myself a long time, and when my wife Debbie started working with me, I think that really changed things.
Okay.
And to have somebody with the administrative, so that I can be out in the field a lot more.
Yes.
And then all the automation that we have now with Dot Loop and things has helped as well. But having her to help me is probably what's really done it for me.
Okay, that's great.
And the work ethic of every day is another work day, and I'm in here early in the morning, and I work every day. And
Yes, you do. He does. I
just got
trust
to
me.
keep driving.
Yeah, incredible. Man, that was great, Mike. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome.
It's been a great pleasure and honor to have you as a guest here today.
Thanks.
And great first guest, huh, folks? And I'm Rich Motts, and I will see you next Monday. Thanks so much, everyone, for tuning in today. Take care.